About 20 plus years ago, I was in Pinot, Kentucky. I was on the bike, and I think it was on the weekend, going inside of a Big John's. It was a convenience store. I think it was independently owned. Anyway, I got, down there ain't much to do. I was actually heading to Somerset, Kentucky, which was about a 25-mile ride. So, the time I made my round trip and got home, I put on 50, 60 miles. You can easily put on 50, 60 miles in Kentucky, Tennessee, of the Appalachian Mountains. Yes, I rode up all the mountains. Anyway, I come out to the bike. Bike was locked, and his family pulled in, and the parking lot was empty. There was nobody at the store. And I remember we're out in the country here. This is where I'm talking about. And I knew the family, but I didn't know them real good. Anyway, they pull up and they had their kids in the back seat, and they pulled around to his wife's window was next to me, closest to me. Their window come down, and they said, we want to give you a warning. And they said, this is not directly to you at all. In other words, it's for general anybody, I guess. But he said, I want to warn you. He said, there's apparently a satanic cult looking for a blue-eyed person to sacrifice. So they said, be careful out here. We just thought we'd give you a warning. That's what we hear. Don't know how. It's circumstantial. Don't know how we can prove it. And I said 99 times out of 100. Here's what I told him: it ain't circumstantial. There's a lot of I didn't know the facts then, but there's 200 the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, says there's 200 active I guess you call them clubs in the United States. So it's 50 states, 40 per state. So, but I didn't know the stats then. But anyway, I had enough sense to tell. Well, it doesn't surprise me. What did it do to me? Totally pissed me off. I went to, I think I went halfway to Somerset, because the time I got a late start. It was already late. I think I went by the skating rink, and I can't remember. I think I went in to watch him skate. I can't remember if I skated or not. Anyway, on the way home from Pinot, I had 9 miles. We're talking about lonely. Once you get off the State Route 92, you hit 1470. Anyway, from Big John's Convenient all the way to where I lived, it was 9 miles of lonely stretch. And I thought. Now I had a light on, I had a tail light, but when you're in it ain't like here in Goshen, people. You drive 200 miles south of Claremont County. You get on 75, you drive 200 plus miles south. It's not much plus. About 216, I think, 220. But you drive those 200 miles south of here, and life is totally different. Okay? Laws are totally different. The only law was different, I did get stopped in Tennessee for, I had a tail light on, but my tail light come loose, and it wouldn't shining backwards, and the deputy stopped me. That's the only state I've ever been stopped in for malfunctioning light. But anyway, when I started in the lonely area, okay, from about a mile, I'm trying to think if it's east when I was going home. Can't remember. I think it's west, east. I can't never get the direction. Coming to Pinot, I think is east, and going home is west. Anyway. About a mile from Big John's, there's a farmhouse with a pole light. And after you pass that certain one, now that road, airport road, now there's a federal prison built there. But before that happened, once you pass that farmhouse, there was houses, but it basically was dark all the way home. Oh, there was houses, but they didn't have bright lights. So I had a good at least 9 miles of lonely stretch of highway. Anyway, I started thinking about what that family told me. I basically ended up cussing all the way home. Just angry. Wasn't scared. I wasn't a bit scared. No. I was, you don't want to get me mad. I don't care how many of them there are. You wish that they, I shouldn't say you, they will wish 100 Satans got a hold of them first. Now that's kind of horrible. I've already told you, I'm the nicest guy on this earth, but once I'm pushed, I'm 100 times worse than Satan. They would rather see Satan get a hold of them 100 times over. I got a horrible temper. I really do. But I was cussing that's about 23 years ago. I was cussing all the way home. I'm just angry. First of all, life was sort of dealing me a few blows, just normal living. Life was hard enough. I don't want to go into that. And then I had to put up with that bullshit. That really boiled my blood, but I made it home. And like he said, it was circumstantial. There's no way to prove that, but they gave me a warning. But am I on my guard? Well, I've always been on my guard. Anymore, that's what I love about online, the internet. I like online better. Anymore, the internet is so educational. But anymore, you always got to be on your guard, period.